Socialism is only growing. He argues it can flourish anywhere.
Do you still believe in democratic socialism? Do you still think it can be effective?
I believe in it even more than I did the day before, and that's because of the fact that it is focused on the needs of working people.
Is it time for a younger generation of politicians in the Democratic Party?
I think it's time for a party that reflects the urgency that we're seeing across this country in terms of hunger, frankly, that is not as much tied just to age, but to vision. It is sad that for too many Americans, when they want to look for ambition in the Democratic Party, they have to turn to a history book.
Well, the mayor is part of a growing wave of extreme left attitudes, policies within the Democrat Party, led by Senator Bernie Sanders and Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Progressive Congresswoman-elect Ana Lilia Mejia just won a special election in New Jersey, and some far-left Senate candidates are surging in the polls as well. Critics, even among Democrats, say this could be a problem for Democrats across the country. Joe Concha argues it helps the GOP, quote, "The bad news is that socialism is becoming more accepted by voters on the left. The good news is that it gives Republicans a huge opening to paint the party as one that increasingly embraces socialism and all of its radical plans against some common sense." Power panel now. David Avella, chairman of GOPAC. Megan Hayes, former director of message planning in the Biden White House. All right, David, I'm going to start with you. So the thinking is this helps the GOP. Do you agree or disagree?
It does help the GOP, but I have an idea for the three of us. We should start a moving van company.
We're trying. It's not easy to make a business work in California.
Yes, I believe you've seen. This past week, I saw Obama with Mamdani sitting down, making songs for little children. At some point, it blew up on social media. Democrats are doubling down on the crazy, and it's going to cost them big. Far-left New York Mayor Zohran Mamdani just admitted his passion for socialism is only growing stronger. When asked if he still believes in democratic socialism, he said, even more than I did the day before, because it focuses on the needs of working people. Give me a break. There is something more concerning that I've seen with these people. They like to spread this every single time. I watched an interview yesterday on CNN where they are talking about the midterm. They say Republicans should be worried. But when you look into all these mainstream media videos pouring out, you can realize something different. Take a look at this video.
I mean, certainly Republicans should be worried about the midterms. As President Trump himself said, every time that, you get the administration in power, the midterms roll around and it becomes difficult for that party to remain in power. So that's just a tale as old as time. They should be worried. I don't think the Iran conflict right now is going to be the thing that really divides the MAGA base. There's always something like month to month that people think are going to just eviscerate MAGA, and it doesn't really seem to happen. We had with the initial in Venezuela. So I don't really look at this as something that I think is going to divide MAGA. The thing that is a little bit more concerning is that Republicans don't perform as well when Trump is not on the ballot, and Trump is not going to be on the ballot in the midterm. So that is the challenge that faces Republicans.
When it comes to MAGA, there is a lot of support still behind Donald Trump. There is no doubt about that. Poll after poll shows that. But independence is a whole different thing. Is that something that you all really have to think about?
I think it is. I mean, independents are growing a much larger number of Americans than they were previously. So I think it is a group of people that, whether they're self-selecting, they were a Republican or a Democrat, and now they see themselves as more independent. It certainly is. And Republicans, I think, need to stay focused on the domestic issues and affordability and getting gas prices down and winding down things in Iran, like all of those things. And in Trump's message, too, talking about securing the border and figuring out, the rate he mentioned on his turning point speech is down to the lowest rate that it's been in 125 years.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with him.
Right. It has been dropping for the past 35 years.
Trump is a
wildly polarizing figure. Right? People really, really like him, and people really, really hate him. Democrats, in their stump speech, they're out in person, they're campaigning. They're getting the benefit of running against Trump. As Annalise said, President Trump is a proven vote getter when he's on the ballot. So the solution for Republicans, and this always drives Democrats crazy when I say this, is actually...
At some point, you will realize that they can't accept that the MAGA base is still very intact. The number of people who supported Trump within the MAGA base, his approval rating is still very high up there. I don't know about these other independent, like they are singing here on CNN, but when you look at these, a lot of people are still supporting Trump. The question that triggered a lot of these Democrats as of today is the fact that they still believe they're running against Trump. I don't know if they don't understand this. There coming a time Trump will not be there. This Trump TDS that they are having every single day, they are used to using this to campaign. So I really wonder, I want to see the Democrat Party, passing a single day without mentioning this name. I really want to observe this.
We're trying. It's not easy to make a business work in California.
California just messes with every businessman.
I mean, I don't want to start this off. Well, why not? Why just shitting on California? But California deserves to be shit on for a lot of this kind of stuff. And people know, and this is why people flee the state. Like what is that?
Watermelon juice.
I'll have a little, yeah. Watermelon. Yeah. Why, is that like a big health thing now?
Well, it hydrates you better than anything. Actually, watermelon and coconut are the best hydrators.
Oh, but yeah, California sucks as far as, well, all businesses, but certainly this one. They still treat it like it's poison.
They treat
Either
it like
it's legal, it's not,
Yeah, they treat it like you're lucky that we allow you to do this. And so we're going to tax you 35%, which is way more. It's more than double anything. I don't even know what's the second.
When you look at how they're having this conversation, you might actually be thinking this is not true. This is true. This is what is happening. At some point, seeing Mamdani sitting there saying things like this, warn them, this is exactly what is going on. If you see them marching down like this, a lot of people are fleeing. That should tell you a lot what is going on in the Democrat Party. For a very long time, I've watched this guy, and he has always been consistent talking this way about these people. I understand Bima is a Democrat. He will never change. He will always be like this. But there are certain things that he called it out the way they should. I think I'm going to end here, but then let me say this. Something is going on this platform, which I don't understand. For a very long time, they don't recommend videos on this channel, and sometimes it's boring to even create. So please, hit the videos. Hit the videos if you see, please. It might help for me to get recommendations. It is difficult, I can't lie. And so the short clip you see at the end, that is for a white algorithm. You can always skip.
Let me say that, but
people are so mad at me because Kid Rock is my friend.
Support of that?
Until the First Lady brought them back with her surprise statement last week.
How does this benefit?
I'm an actor.
Creative content.
Why are you not looking forward to the White House fight?
Well, it's kind of a gimmick. I have 300. Lewis. The greatest card of all time.